Have you ever caught yourself thinking, oh man, why did I do that? Oh, I'm just not good enough. Why is it always happening to me? If you are living with the effects of past trauma, then self-doubt and regret are constant companions, right? They shape how you think, how you feel, and also how you show up in your life and in your relationships. Well, here's the truth. They're not facts. They are old survival responses. And today I'm going to show you why they show up in your life and how you can start to make those changes. I'm Bonita from the Trauma Recovery School, and I help people break free from the patterns of past trauma and the effects that it has on their body and their brain. Now, self-doubt and regret, they're not just mindset issues. They're often learned patterns of behavior from your trauma past. They from there, the phase or the stage in our program that we call release. Now, if you've ever struggled to make decisions, constantly questioning yourself, you are getting stuck. And my goodness, do we hear that word all the time? Getting stuck between yourself and your past. So your now and your past. This session will give you the tools to help you shift that, to start that process. So why does self-doubt and regret feel so strong after trauma or while we're living our trauma life? Well, trauma rewires your brain for one thing. Survival, I'm afraid. Not confidence. Wouldn't that be great if your brain suddenly went, hey, you need some confidence. We're going to rewire you. No, it doesn't do that, does it? It says you're going to survive and that's all you're going to do. Confidence, you don't need that because you're in survival mode. Now, if you grew up in an environment where you were blamed for things that constantly went wrong and it's not your fault, you were punished for speaking up or for trying something new, maybe you were told that you were too much or not enough or I can't cope with you, then your nervous system has learnt that being wrong equals danger. So now as an adult, this shows up as self-doubt, as regret, but it's actually your trauma brain trying to protect you. Now, what happens in the body when we feel self-doubt and regret? Well, if you're stuck in self-doubt and regret, your body will activate the stress response. It will. Your heart will beat quicker. It'll tighten your muscles. You'll have more shallow breathing. You'll be tired, restless, tense. And your nervous system is reacting like it's under threat, like there's a bear trying to run you over or trying to eat you. And even if that threat is just, oh, I have to make a decision, or I have to have a conversation with someone, or actually I've got to go out and see people. Oh my goodness, how threatening is that? But how do we start to shift this? That's the key. How do we start to shift it? Firstly, notice your inner critic. Notice that little conversation starter on your shoulder, that little monkey brain, whatever you choose to call it, and make a note of what it says. Because listening to it and then writing it down means that we change the dynamic of that in our internalized brain. So recognizing it, it doesn't mean it's the truth. It's just my trauma talking. So it allows you to be able to separate the noise from the inner critic to fact. No, that is my inner critic. It's my trauma speaking. Second of all, you've got to rebuild your safety. So healing happens when you learn it's actually safe to be imperfect, a bit wrong, maybe not get it right the first time. It's okay for me to take a risk, and it's really okay for me to trust myself again because I've actually got a lot of stuff right in my life. And you've got to practice micro bravery. So this is being brave in really small stages and taking opportunities that over time convinces you, I am a good decision maker. I can socialize with people. I can go and do stuff on my own, for example. Now, self-doubt and regret, they're not who you are. They are just survival patterns that your body and your brain have adopted because you've learned to cope that way because of your trauma. Now, understanding this gives you the power to stop fighting it and to change the story that you keep telling yourself. Now, if you want more support with this, you're in our Facebook group, perhaps, or you've seen us on YouTube, why not join the Trauma Recovery School Facebook group or subscribe to our YouTube channel? If you want real tools, not just a breathwork strategy and then you're left to your own devices, you have got to have a process, a structure, and a toolkit to deal with this stuff. Trauma recovery is massive. It's hard to do it by yourself. But not only do we offer you the skills, the toolkit, the structure, the program to offer you 100% support, we also know that you're going to be struggling with your food and your nutrition. So we have a gut health expert, Kerry. He helps us with our nutrition, and he addresses boosting your mindset, boosting your body, keeping it really, really stocked up for this journey. We also know that somewhere along the way, your self-esteem and your confidence, your resilience has just dipped. So you get to work with our amazing confidence coach, Megan. And if you want to stop that holding you back, you want to get out of stuck mode, well, book a consultation with us and let's see how we can help you. Remember, trauma recovery takes the right tools, structure, process, and techniques in the right order. That's how we can help you get unstuck. Have a super amazing day. Bye.